Okay, let's see if this bad boy works. I'm gonna check the volume. Make sure I can hear everybody in the background. $8.20. What?
Ui, ทำไมหน้ากูดำผิดปกติวะเนี่ยเอามาได้เลยค่ะมีข้าวมันไก่ในตู้เย็นเอามาใส่ให้เพื่อนๆเอาสิครับเช็คยังลูก
9 a.m. There we go. If you can hear me, if you're there, if anybody's there, leave a comment. We'd love to know if you could hear us. I'm gonna get my wife in here. Excuse me, boo boo.
My face looks weird. You think so?
If you think my wife's face look weird, leave a comment. Tell her how weird it looks.
Oh, my hair. I think my hair. Sorry, guys. Nah.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and say a prayer and get us started, honey?
Want me to pray?
Yeah, everybody loves to hear you pray in Thai.
พระเจ้าข้าขอบคุณพระองค์สำหรับในเช้าวันนี้ที่เราจะเข้ามาแบ่งปันเรื่องราวที่เกิดขึ้นในรอบสัปดาห์ที่ผ่านมาขอพระเจ้าทรงโปรดสถิตอยู่กับเราสองคนอยู่กับพี่น้องทุกคนที่เขารับฟังแล้วก็อวยพรเราทุกคนอย่างเต็มล้นหากเรามีปัญหาภาระใดในชีวิตขอทรงโปรดเมตตาต่อเราทุกคนด้วยขอบคุณพระองค์สำหรับวันสะบาโตวันนี้ในพระนามพระเยซูคริสต์เจ้าอาเมน
Amen. So, we get started. Today's 4th of July, and I was just talking to Wayne.
Happy 4th of July!
I was just talking to Wynn that I was actually kind of disappointed that we don't have any fireworks. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even think about it. It kind of snuck up on me.
Because Evangeline got accident yesterday, that's why we...
Yeah,
Actually, yesterday is 4th of July in Thailand.
No, today's the 4th. Yesterday was the 3rd.
No, in Thailand.
Well, today's the 5th?
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Oh well, we should probably let off some fireworks anyway. We don't have fireworks. All we have is firecrackers, and there's these little things. And I never seen these before, but I thought, and the other, what was it? Probably like 2 months ago, I was trying to scare one of the kids and light it, but then I was lighting the wrong side of it. And I don't know, we were just dumbing around with them. And then, but you light this side, there's no fuse, it's just that little orange thing. You light that side, and then you throw it, and they
จะ
explode.
ทำจะแบ่งปันเด็กโตพี่ไอซ์จะแบ่งปันเด็กเล็ก
Here's the box that they come in.
ยังไม่ได้บอกพี่ไอซ์เลย
It says hookah.
บอกพี่ไอซ์หา
But
พาเด็กเล็กทำแบบประมาณ
don't try smoking them. Yeah, and only do your best, you know, that's all you can do.
ห
So
รือส
just
กายอยากช่วยเรื่องเด็กเล็ก
only
ไหม
do your best. Are you gonna do this or are you gonna do
Sorry.
that? Okay.
วิวช่วยพี่ไอซ์ใช่ไหม
I'm trying to talk.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think
Sorry.
it goes very well
Go,
when
go.
when you're talking to them too. But luckily, fireworks aren't super important, so. And then we got our little paralyzed person right here. We're on Rachel's back. Show him your foot.
Again
Lift it up. Yeah.
ไลท์เชียว
Oh, I didn't see.
จริงค่ะ
Put it down. Put it down. Watch out.
ไลท์เชียวหนูเอาน้องไป
Yeah, this is our life. This is what we do.
ยูจะไปไหนกัน
ก็มาดูวันนี้
เชิญไปนะ
She just wanted to come over here and look, so she hopped on Rachel's back. Kind of like the guy with the 4 friends who went down in the roof. She's got like 8 friends though. But yeah, so yeah, last night Evangeline and I were jumping on the trampoline, and she bumped into me, and then she rolled her ankle, and then I came down on the ankle, which If anybody's ever been on a trampoline, you know that's not very fun. So it got really big. Like
Yeah.
she had like a good inch off of her ankle, and I was just making sure that it was, we took it got. I've never actually seen an ankle do that, like get a real big bump just from rolling it. Like a lot of times they hurt and they'll swell up. Like Hong Nok.
Look at Sam. Sam's
Sam's running around the whole house with all the dogs chasing him. But so yeah, I jumped on her. She rolled her ankle. Then she fell on the trampoline, and then I jumped kind of on her ankle, and then it just like got so swollen. It was like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. And so I iced it, hoping it would get better, and then it got worse. And so then for like 2 hours, we ate dinner, and then we took her to the hospital. But kids are super flexible, and their bones are like rubber. And so she didn't have a broken ankle, which I praise God for that. But she does have a really high ankle sprain, probably grade 2, grade 3, or whatever. And so she can't walk, and it's in a lot of pain. So we're going to stay home from church today, have a little church at home, and just enjoy and relax. Probably hang out with the dogs. And yeah, so this week has been kind of boring.
No. No. Thinking about
What happened for you this week that you want to talk about?
Oh, we got a dog. We got a dog on Monday. They're super cute. I love it. But
Yeah, we got 3 dogs.
at first, they tried to get only 2. And then the neighbor said, "Can you please take me?" Take me.
No, we tried to get 2. But the neighbor, she was like, "Come on, let's just get 3. Let's just get 3. Let's get whatever. I don't care. We already got 8 kids. What's 3 more dogs?"
Yeah.
You know?
And those dogs, they're like,
they're only like 2-3 months old.
yeah, they add.
And they eat a ton. They're starting to bite the shoes. They're all afraid of me.
Because you spank them hard.
Yeah.
Oh, the second day that we got the dog, and then we went on a walk with him.
Yeah, the dog just wanted to lay down, and I wasn't having that. And so the dog was yelping as I'm trying to pull it, and Hannah loves animals. And
Oh yeah, everything.
so she started crying for like 2 hours, and I was like, Hannah, you gotta understand how you can't talk to dogs because they don't understand you. And so yeah, that was fun, and she was really mad at me for 3-4 hours, and then
After that, she understand.
well, then the next day we woke up, and
The dog
the garbage was everywhere. The dogs got into the garbage and put it all over. And I said, Hannah, do you want to pick this up every day? And she said, no. And I said, how do you think we should train the dogs not to do this? And she said, I think we have to hit them. And I said, yeah, we don't have to hit them hard, but we just need to hit them to let them know that you can't do that, Put their face in it and everything. And I'm not the best at training dogs, but we've always had, every dog that we've ever had has been like a really calm.
Yeah, even Bobo, Bobo is very good.
Yeah, we got Bo, and Bo was a little puppy, and so you just, kind of instill the fear of God in them when they're young. Kind of like prison rules, you beat up the biggest guy or whatever, but you just let them know that that's not acceptable, and they stop doing it, and that's how everything's worked for me with dogs. And so I don't know how to train them to do all these magnificent things or whatever, but I showed Hannah what dogs are supposed to look like when they follow you when they're leash trained, and then I showed her a video of how to do it. And so I'll have her, because she's really soft with the dogs and everything, I'll have her try to leash train them and see if that actually works.
Can I put that?
And if not, then I'll get one of those prong collars and train them with that.
But Sky good with them to Sky, tell them to sit and give them some snack,
Yeah.
They listen to Sky.
The old positive reinforcement. Yeah, and so we've had our hands full with the dogs. The kids have been out in the yard all day long.
They
Every
love
opportunity
dogs.
they have, playing with the dogs, jumping around. Sam's right there right now, running around the pond with all the dogs, with all the dogs chasing him.
Nursing student.
Yeah,
He's
he's still a kid. He's still
so funny. Every night he did that with the dog.
yeah, he's
Run
still
around the yard with the dog chasing him. And
He's-
Hannah did it too.
yeah. Hannah and Sam, their family loves animals, and so I've just never seen a family that loves animals that much. I mean, we love dogs,
We love dogs. I love dogs, but
but not like they do.
not as much.
Yeah, they love all that. And you can probably, I don't know if you can hear Hannah out there screaming with the dogs chasing her around, but she's doing that right now. But yeah, well, the other thing I want to talk about is my buddy Dana back in Coeur d'Alene. Let me see if I can. Where is it? Right here, Dana. We got the news yesterday that something was wrong with him. Dana Farnes, he's been one of the guys in my men's group. He's been just a nice guy. I've known him since I became a Christian, and just an amazing guy. And he's had a heart for the homeless and the mentally unstable, and he's been working, doing, serving food and breakfast, and really getting involved in people who don't have a place to go, people who just down on their luck or whatever. He's really been working with them for a long time, and we got the news last night that he was stabbed twice, and now he's in the ICU. He got life flighted from Coeur d'Alene to Seattle, and he's in ICU. So if you guys could just pray for Dana Farnes. He was doing what he loves, doing what the mission that God put on his heart, and somebody with some mental problems just got in a fight with their girlfriend, I guess, from what I saw on the news, and ended up stabbing him and stabbing, I think, his girlfriend, and then knocking over an old lady. And so we've been praying for Dana, since we found out something was wrong last night, started praying for him, but then when I woke up this morning, we found out what exactly it was. So just keep Dana in your prayers. He loves animals, he loves people. He's a really good guy, and we really don't want him to die or anything like that. So just keep him in your prayers and pray for him. And I'm sure there'll be a GoFundMe or something that comes up. His family, they live outside in North Idaho, outside of, a few hours outside of Coeur d'Alene, and so now he's in Seattle, and the whole family, he's only got him and his wife and his daughter, but they have to go over there, and so if there's a GoFundMe, I'll be sharing that, so keep an eye out for that, and just really not the news that I wanted to wake up to today at all, so just keep Dana in your prayers. And then also our worker, who's a friend of ours, her brother is the dean at Chiang Mai Adventist Academy, and she is married to she's our worker now, but she is a stateless person, so she doesn't have an ID, she can't get a passport, she can't do anything.
Yeah, she doesn't have any ID card.
She's a Korean person from Myanmar. If you've ever seen,
I think they're by the border.
Yeah, they're by the border, I think. We don't really know much about them. We've had a few Korean kids from Sunshine Orchards and stuff, and she grew up in an orphanage. She's friends of Champu. And that's how we knew her, and she's helped us out before, but then they went back to Bangkok, and they came back and they have a little boy, Sky. Her husband is blind, and now they have a little boy, and his name is Sky. He's what, 2? Or is 1?
No, 1.5.
He's 1.5, but he is also blind, and he is sick quite a bit, and he has a lung infection right now. I think he just got out of the hospital last night.
Yeah, that let me know.
But we know how hard it is as parents to deal with your child being sick all the time and being, especially for lung infections like he is. So just pray for Sky, and so it's Dada and Ot are the parents, and Sky is a little boy. And I have to say, because they've come over, like the first day that she worked with us, she's only been working like 2 weeks. She's only
3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, and we give her 200-300. We're doing our little test period and everything, a little probation, and so we're paying her 300 baht a day, which is like $10 a day. And I know that sounds really low, but that's minimum wage.
Okay.
It's a fair wage.
And she work only like 5 hours, 6 hours.
Yeah, we're not slave drivers or anything. And it was really cool. Her husband came and was taking care of her son, and it was just really cool for me to see. If anybody knows that Creed song, like I don't remember the name of it, but he says, "I'll show you life, I'll show you everything," And it was just really cool to see Ot, who's also blind, taking his son around and like showing him the house and where he can go and having him feel stuff. And I've never seen anything like that,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I was just.
You can see the love up there.
Yeah, it was just really cool to see, because I've never seen anything like that. I never, and it was, I said to him, I was like, dude, like, you have to show him everything, like that Creed song just kept coming back to my, I think it's Creed, just kept coming back to my mind, and that song's about having a child and everything. And when I was a kid, that song was pretty dumb and pretty annoying. And then now, when I had a kid, I was driving to Seattle actually, and I was listening to it again after Evangeline, and it was like, wow, like this song is pretty amazing, and then seeing Ot with Sky and him just walking around, and it was just really cool to see, and just to see the way that blind people interact with the world. I have zero experience with that, and so it was just really cool to see how a little baby learns. So yeah, just pray for Sky, pray for Dada and Ot as well, because we know how hard it is as parents to have your child in and out of the hospital all the time. So pray for him. And then Evangeline is Evangeline with her her ankle all taped up. This is before we went to the hospital. She looks happy, but
She's always happy.
Every time you even come close to touching it, she is not happy. And here's what it looked like before. It's not that big. I mean, that one is after we iced it, so it came down a little bit, or maybe it got bigger, I don't remember. But we took her to the hospital, and the doctor said that everything's fine. Then here's the dogs with Win. Win's out there taking pictures of them on their little cameras. And so this one is Ninja. He's got kind of it's a girl?
Yeah.
She's got like kind of a white face, but it's black, kind of like a ninja mask. And then this one's Panda, because she has the white face. He has the white face.
I love that. I mean, I love them all, but Panda is my favorite.
And then this one is Sugar. So Ninja, Panda, Sugar, and put them on the trampolines. And as soon as Sugar came here, the first thing he went in the pond and got in the pond and started and swam across and everything. And so these dogs, all three of them,
they love water.
Yeah, they love water, and they go get in the pond, and we're trying to teach them fetch, so they'll go into the pond and get the ball out of the pond and stuff like that. But Win loves these dogs. I actually sent this to Prow, and I said, look, 4 dogs. It's funny. Oh, and the other thing to pray for us with is the family that we've been doing the slum ministry with. They have 4 or 5 kids, and I was talking to them. I was talking. Say hi, Hannah.
Hi.
I took them. Yeah, so that family, they have like 4 or 5 kids, and they've been able to take them to America and Canada and all this stuff. And so I was talking to them the other day, like, how do you do this? Like, did you adopt them? And they're like, no, we didn't adopt them, but we have their rights and all this stuff. And so I said, oh, okay. And say hi, Sarah.
หัวฟูจังหัวฟูอันนั้นอันนั้นเหมือนเป็นผู้หญิงโตเป็นสาวแล้วก็ไปบ้านเดือนไปอาบน้ำไปชุดเช็คชูด
No, not time. You, my time. Yeah, so they've been able to take their kids, and we asked them how they were able to do it, and they showed us a lawyer, and they had worked with a lawyer that we had worked with that had taken money from us, and
Yeah.
they had the
like that guy.
they had the same experience. We tried to adopt Prow when Evangeline was sick before she turned 18, but the lawyer, you know, he claimed to be a Christian lawyer, and
It means nothing.
he ended up ripping us off for $500, and just because we wouldn't work fast enough because our daughter was sick in the hospital. But from everything we understand is he kind of does that a lot.
Yeah.
And so I asked him who their lawyer was, and he said that. I said that guy's name. He's like, no, and so we talked about that for a little bit. But then they showed us a lawyer that is a good lawyer. And
How do you know? We need to meet him first.
well, it was good for them, and so I started praying about it, and we really like to be able to take 2 of our kids back, especially that one and his sister. And we were praying about it, and it's about to do all of the paperwork and everything. It's about $1,000 a piece, and we were praying about it, and then yesterday we praise God because we don't get donations like this very much, but we got a donation for $2,000, and $1,000 a piece, 2 kids, it's $2,000, and so to me that seems like an answer to prayer. So we're having Prow because him and Sky are Prow's brother and sister, so we're gonna have her get in contact with her parents and see what their thoughts are on it. We're all pretty confident, though, what's going to happen.
Yeah, but just wait. We need to talk to their parents and stuff.
Yeah, we need to talk to the parents.
And let them know they're going to lose the right.
Yeah.
And we're going to be
We're
the
not-
parent who have the right on the kid.
Yeah, we're not sure what this is going to look like or what it's going to be, but we still have to talk to the lawyer next week and then go and figure that out. And then after that, then we'll see what that looks like. And they said it's like a 3 or 4 month process, which that would be great because then we can take them and go apply for a visa, which is it's like 3 or 4 months of waiting.
Yeah, but it can be like what do you call, what kind of visa can they get? Not tourist visa.
No, they can get a tourist visa.
They can?
Yeah, that's what Jordan and Maria got to their kids. And so it's a 10-year visa, so that'll be another few $100. So if anybody wants to sponsor us for that,
Sponsor the kid.
we'll sponsor them to be able to come back. We want to be able to take them back with us. My niece is getting married in October of next year in 2026, and we'd love to come back and fundraise and then be able to take Wind and Sky back with us. We're afraid of the jealousy that it's going to create
I know
in the house.
that I already started.
And so as we move forward, we're going to be dealing with that. But
And I understand they are kids, they're gonna be jealous and stuff.
Yeah.
How come we cannot get to go and all kind of things?
But Lord willing, my plan, I don't know about my wife, but what I was saying.
You haven't talked to me yet,
I
huh?
talked to you about it. I talked to her and was like, well, what do you feel? How do you feel about, doing this with as many as we can? And she just said, yeah, and never really gave a good response.
I mean, like, if God will for us to take them, we take them,
Yeah.
but if we take all one time, I don't think it is.
No, I don't think we can take them all at one time. I think we can only take one at a time or whatever. So, will, you know, and there's a few kids that I think it'll work well with, and a few kids that I don't think it'll work well with, but only time will tell. And God's will be done, not ours. So if you want to sponsor us to be able to pay for an adoption
Yeah,
or
if we
whatever
can
it is,
adopt
we're
them,
not
that would be nice.
we're not sure what it actually is called. It might be adoption. Talking to the lawyer I was talking to him in English, and that's not their strong suit. So we would love to be able to, you know, really be in control of their future, so things that we don't want to happen don't happen. And because there's been some bad things that have happened because we don't have final say. Like no matter what we do, we're not really in control. The parents still are. So if they want to do something, then there's nothing that we can do about it.
Maybe we can start the adoption with.
Yeah, there's a few of them that we would really love to. So yeah, just pray with us with that. Message me if you want to help with that. Let us know. What else happened? We did basketball camp this week.
Every day. Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
The kids, they love it.
And we bought this camera. This is
Such a pain.
my wife does not find it funny, but I find it kind of funny. I bought this camera, and it was in, you know, perfect condition when I got it. I used it for like a week, and then it just like stopped working. And I thought I was doing something wrong because I know nothing about cameras. And then it's a Sony A6000, and I bought it. Then it immediately broke, and then I went to go get it fixed, and it was more than I actually bought it for to get it fixed. And then the guy that I bought it for, he's an awesome guy. He really is like one of the best guys I know. My wife doesn't know him that well. I was like, no, he scammed us.
I
no,
don't say
he
that.
didn't. Yeah. But he's a great guy, and I know he wouldn't do anything like that on purpose. And
Yeah,
he's a photographer, and it worked for him. And then we got it, and it just stopped working for some reason. And then he went and got it fixed while we were in America. Then I had Proud go pick it up, and then when I got it back, it didn't work again. And I didn't know what was wrong, and I'm like trying to figure it out. And then I was just like, I'm done. Like it's just a loss, you know. And then so I went and I returned it, or I went and took it back just this week, and it's been like probably 6 months since we went back, at least. It's been like 8 months, and I was like, finally, I want to take good pictures, so I want to get it back. So I went and took there, and they showed me a spot on the lens where it was actually damaged because someone had dropped it. And of course, nobody knows who dropped it. And
This is the beauty of having kids.
yeah, and I had Proud pick it up, and when I got it, it didn't work. So, you know, who knows? But she didn't do it, trust me. And then we went and took it there, and then I got it back, and then now it won't charge, and so I had to buy like a separate battery charger where you take the batteries out instead of just plugging it in and charging it. So I mean, just pray for this camera. Pray for this camera to work. We would love to be able to take quality pictures, but it's just not. It's not looking like that's something we're supposed to be able to do, because we need a camera, and we don't have one.
I think we need a good video and stuff that we can share, because most of your video you share.
Yeah, it's not great, and we know it, and we have, you know, phones on our camera, or cameras on our phones and everything, but and I praise God for this one and one of the other ones that have the best cameras that we have, but this one the SIM card stopped working. The other one, somebody broke the SIM card holder. Just so many. I mean, like when we have as many kids as we have, like everything breaks all the time, and like we have cameras. Yeah, there's one. You see one right there. Yeah, right there. And like we have cameras all over just to see who's breaking stuff. But then by the time we actually find it, like the camera, it's just so frustrating. So We're trying to figure out how to get this camera working. Hopefully it'll work soon, but yeah, and thank you for everybody who's giving me phones with better cameras and stuff like that, because if you didn't, I'd still be using the old iPhone 6 camera, which isn't that great either, and looks like a potato. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
No, not much.
All right, well, I think that's it. So thank you guys. Please keep us in your prayers. Keep Dana, Sky, and Evangeline in your prayers. Pray for getting those kids to be our kids and all that stuff. So just keep us in your prayers. Bye.
Thank you.
Gwen, say bye-bye.
Bye bye.